Fans are howling mad about the new parking situation at the new pit. While there are more handicap spots than ever, disabled fans are having a really hard time finding them. In tonight's special assignment, Tim Maestas went parking spot hunting with handicapped fans to show you what they're dealing with.
Mass evacuations this season, busted bleachers in the student section. UNM's recently renovated pit is experiencing some growing pains. For disabled Lobo fans, the problems begin with trying to get into the parking lot.
Oh my God, with my legs, I could hardly make it.
Cold weather really affects her and she can't hardly walk.
It's getting to her stressful because we don't know whether we're going to be able to go or not.
3 pairs of season ticket holders told us handicapped parking at the pit is a hassle they'd never experienced until this season.
During the renovation, we did renovate the parking lots directly surrounding the pit.
UNM says the renovation came with the addition of a lot more handicapped parking spots, from 44 in previous years to 160 now. But something's not right because disabled fans are complaining now more than ever.
Since they renovated the pit is when we started having problems.
We rode with the 3 couples to document their experience while heading to the UNM-TCU game a week ago. Olga and Robert Barella had the fewest problems.
Hi. Right in here.
The Barellas arrived just in time to snag the last handicapped parking space in the southeast corner of the parking lot. Still, it came with a 100-yard walk to the entrance an hour before the game began.
Over here, we have to walk all this distance.
Olga and her disabled husband say they had a much easier time in years past.
All the handicaps full just
already, believe it or not. Bill and Irene Hovey had a different experience. With all the spaces filled, the Hoveys were directed to a new overflow parking lot east of the football stadium, where a new shuttle would take them to the basketball game.
Yeah, we haven't tried this yet.
The parking lot was several blocks away from the pit, but still, the shuttle ride was a welcome new service.
We will be at all games from here on out.
Okay, good.
2 minutes after they stepped on board, they were at the pit's front door. Irene says it's a big improvement from games with full handicap spaces and no shuttle service at all. Even so,
They could do better.
They could still do better, but we appreciate them taking it on and trying to adapt to us.
Sorry, we're already filled. There was no improvement for Mercedes Reynolds and her boyfriend, Philip Seiss. For them, getting to the game was once again a nightmare.
It's an hour before the game starts, and
I know.
You have that many handicapped people in there?
Believe it or not, people are showing up. They're clamoring for these spots.
Mercedes and Philip were also sent to the overflow parking lot and the new shuttle service, but their experience was completely different from Bill and Irene Hovey's.
$5. Even for handicap? Yes, sir.
First, an attendant illegally charges them for parking. They find a space, then they wait at what they thought was the shuttle stop.
Is this a shuttle that takes us to the pit? Where is that at? You have never heard of one?
Frustrated, Mercedes and Philip start walking through the parking lot, blocks away from the pit, past the football stadium and across University Boulevard until they finally arrive at the pit.
It's going to be worse tomorrow morning when she tries to get out of bed. That's when I'm going to really think about whether I should keep my Lobos tickets or what.
I can't point to what's happened. What I can point to is I know that we had 44 permanent spaces before and we have 160 now.
According to Associate Athletics Director Tim Cass, UNM has done a lot to make it easier on disabled Lobo fans, with wider aisles inside the arena and more handicapped seating. But exactly why all the new handicapped parking spaces are filling up so fast is a mystery. Some say able-bodied fans may be misusing handicapped placards to park as close as possible to the arena.
Whether we have more handicapped folks coming to the games, I actually don't know that. It's data I don't have here, but maybe that's possible.
Cass says with the new complaints, UNM will continue to adapt.
As we live in this building and live through this renovation, there's areas that we will continue to tweak, and it's probably going to take a couple of years.
One option is to add an overflow handicap parking lot southwest of the pit near the baseball and softball fields.
So I think our goal is to continue to tweak and continue to make it as fan accessible and as exciting for everybody as we can.
Cass also says parking attendants will be reminded not to charge anyone with a handicapped placard for parking. Tim Maestas, KRQE News 13.
Remember, the Hovies told us the shuttle trip to the game was just fine, but the trip back to their car, well, that was a rough one. It took the shuttle 30 minutes to fight the traffic and pick them up. Despite their frustration, though, they say they won't stop going to Lobo games.
A quick note,